Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Here for the last preview of the season, and what a season it has been. Last game of the season kicking off tomorrow, so Sunday at 4 o'clock, where obviously every team will be playing at the same time like they do every year for the last game of the season. Everything's pretty much confirmed. The teams going down are Sheffield, Burnley and Luton. Mathematically, Luton still can technically stay up, but they've got to win by about 11 goals or something like that, so they are down. I think, the Europa League places are pretty much confirmed. Top four's confirmed. Unfortunately, in midweek, our closest rivals Spurs couldn't do us a favour against City, losing 2-0 midweek, which confirmed Aston Villa getting into the top four place. And it also confirmed that going into the last day of the season, Man City go in top, and they just need to simply beat West Ham to secure themselves as champions. And just briefly on the midweek game, Spurs versus City. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about it. All their fans wanted them to lose, etc. And it was sort of a little bit of a worry that maybe the players might half throw it. But fair play to Ange Postecoglou and Spurs players, because I don't believe they did. I think they did. They played very well. Were probably the better team and deserved probably at least a point. And if they'd have got a point, then Arsenal would be going in to this final day top on goal difference with the 3-goal would have been a 3-goal advantage if they had have taken a point, and would have had a strong chance of winning the Premier League. However, didn't happen. City did win 2-0, and if you watch the game, that 85th minute chance from Son could be something that haunts Arsenal fans for ever, really. Unless, somehow we win it tomorrow. But I just want to say fair play to the Spurs players and the manager. The fans are sort of a joke, to be honest. You look at Jamie O'Hara on TalkSport wearing a City shirt and celebrating when Man City score against his own team. That's just crazy to me. Look, I get it to an extent. I get that Spurs fans don't want Arsenal to win the Premier League. I get that. But to want your own team to lose a game, I think is mental. But hey, it is what it is. But anyway, back to Arsenal. Look, we go into this final game against Everton knowing that the title isn't in our hands. But look, stranger things have happened, and you never know if City slip up in any way against West Ham. We just need that win to secure our first Premier League title in 20 years. Look, how likely is it? I would say there's a 90% chance that Man City will be lifting their fourth Premier League title in a row tomorrow around 6. Around 6 p.m. tomorrow, City will probably be lifting their fourth in a row. But look, stranger things have happened. And West Ham are a weird team. They're a good team. You saw when they come to the Emirates, we battered them, but they somehow won 2-0. They got a scrappy goal, a goal from a set piece. They are the sort of team who can do that. And, we just need to pray, please, God. All right, because City don't need to win this, man. They don't need 4 in a row. Fuck them. Give it to us, please. But stranger things have happened, man, and you just never know. City might have a similar day to what we had against West Ham, where it just will not go in the net. West Ham find a way to score, or they keep it at 0-0. Highly unlikely. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but we just have to hope and just do our job. The one thing I ask from Arsenal is make them win it. Don't give it to them. It would be the worst thing in the world if somehow City do drop points, whether they draw or lose, and we don't get the job done against Everton and they end up winning the title in that way. So I think it'll be a nervy day at the Emirates for the players. I mean, the crowd are going to be nervous. There'll be news filtering through from the City game. Like, let's say West Ham go 1-0 up within the first 15-20 minutes. The crowd's going to jump up and start cheering. The players are going to know, and that's going to add to pressure, etc. So let's just hope that players can keep their cool and just get it done. Everton have got no pressure. They've got nothing to play for. They're completely safe. They're a decent side in decent form. They're going to come in. They're not going to roll over. They're going to try and spoil any potential party for Arsenal. So we just have to try and keep our nerves and play our game. And then, yeah, we should win. And pray for a miracle from West Ham. What's going to be weird is it's going to be the first time since the Emirates has been built that a Premier League trophy with red ribbons will be there waiting. You know, there's going to be 2 trophies, one at Arsenal, one at City. There's going to be professional engraver at both grounds. There's going to be podiums, everything, and I mean, I think there's already a picture going around of the trophy at the Emirates, but my God, I don't even want to see it, because see it there, to not see the players lift it would be absolutely devastating. You know, normally in games in previews and stuff, I talk about where I think the game could be won tactically and stuff. I don't think this is going to be that sort of game. I think this is going to be a nervy, edgy game where Arsenal just have to just fight and just give everything and want it more, you know, which we should, because Everton, like I said, they've got nothing to play for. They are on the beach. They'll come here just no pressure and have a kick around, which can be beneficial to teams. But if Arsenal are on it 100%, go for it full throttle. Try to win our game early. If we can get in front first before City go ahead, let's say City are struggling and Arsenal are cruising, that's going to put more pressure on City. But we know City are the team who can deal with it. You know, they've been involved in last day title deciders before. Both games have been very nervy when it's happened. You think they went, 2-1 down to QPR with the famous Aguero moment. I mean, that was like, 10, 11 years ago. But then only 2 or 3 years ago, they had the final day decider against Villa. Liverpool were playing Wolves. Liverpool were winning like 2-0, I think. And Villa went 2-0 up. And you thought, oh my God, City, you fucked it. And then they went 2-0 up, I think, Villa like the 70th minute, something like that. By the 85th, I think City were 3-2 up. So, you know, you just have to try to put that pressure on them. And, you know, if it happens again, surely they can't get away with such a nervy finish 3 times. But who knows? Regardless what happens tomorrow, I will say I'm extremely proud of the team. Like, I'm in love with this Arsenal team, the players, the manager, everything. They've got us back to a position where we're one of the best teams in the country. We're competing. You know, we're going into a last day of the season tomorrow, and we've got a chance of winning the Premier League title. That's not been possible for absolutely years. I think in history, the last time a team going in to the last day of the season second with a chance to finish first was Arsenal in '89, I believe. When we beat Liverpool 2-0 at Anfield, and you know, one of the most famous wins ever. So history's on our side in that sense. You know, we just have to pray, man. It's such a nervy day. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. Well, I am, but there's just so many scenarios where, you know, it could end up being the best day of my life, or it could be a right kick in the bollocks. If City are going to win it, to be honest, I hope City win it early. I don't want it to be like, say our game ends 1-0 and it's 0-0 there, and we're waiting for the final whistle, and then all of a sudden, Haaland, bang, and they win it 1-0 with like seconds to go. That'd absolutely destroy me. But let's just all pray for a miracle, and it would be a miracle, to be honest. Let's go into predictions. Predicted 11 will just be the same team that's been playing, you'd imagine, unless there's any knocks. So, Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Havertz, Trossard. That's what I imagine the team will be. Like I said, unless there's any knocks, then, you know, you'll see changes. And the only thing I ask for, like I said, you can ask for the boys, make City win it, go out there, give it your all, win the game. And you just never know. Stranger things have happened. Predictions, I'm going to go for... don't really know, you know, what I fancy on this. I might go for a 1-0. I think it's going to be really nervy. Or Arsenal might not feel any nerves because they know the pressure ain't on them. And they, you know, some of them might think it's done as well. And if I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but if I'm a West Ham player, by the way, I'd be fucking fuming. And I'd be determined to go and take something from City, because as soon as City won that game against Spurs, the whole narrative everywhere, pundits, online, everything was like, oh, all right, title done now. West Ham have no chance of doing anything against City. If I'm a West Ham player, I think, fuck this. We're going to go up there and fucking spoil it. Declan, get on the phone to your old boy's son and get them all pumped up for it. Hopefully they can do you a favour. But look, if I'm honest, guys, like I said, 90% chance City win it. Which will be devastating, but no one can gaslight me into thinking that this team isn't moving forward and this team isn't on the brink of winning something big. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, I think it will happen next season, you know, providing we get signings and stuff right. I just think this team's amazing, and it's got potential to get even better. And look, if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it will happen soon. But proud of the boys this season, and let's hope our match reaction is celebrating our first Premier League title in 20 years. God, please, if there is a God, just let us win this, please, man. I need it. But yeah, what's the saying? 1% chance, 99% faith. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, West Ham. And yeah, talk to you guys soon. Have a good weekend. Come on, you Arsenal.